Hildebrand. Mattsdorf.
Here.
Penkwitz.
Yes. Here.
Tauschak.
Here.
Herman.
Here.
Binder.
Here.
Gilson.
Here.
Let the record show we have a quorum. Next is a pledge. Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item on the agenda is a consent agenda. The chair will entertain a motion.
I move to approve the consent agenda. I'll second his motion.
We have a first and a second. Any discussion?
I have a question. This has to do with items, part C underneath that agenda item. It says minutes acknowledged for filing, and then you have a list, we have a list of the different things that they have reported. Is there an expectation for all of our committees, and even like the liaison committee I'm on with community TV and generations, that minutes would be shared?
Sometimes we do get them and sometimes we
So
don't.
it's their choice to do that or not?
Sometimes we get them and sometimes we don't. Any other questions? Clerk will call the roll on the consent agenda, please.
Herman.
Yes.
Mattsdorf.
Yes.
Binder.
Yes.
Penkwitz.
Yes.
Gilson.
Yes.
Sandy.
Yes.
Tauschak.
Yes.
I think the answer is they're all required to file minutes. When we get them may not be the most timely, but we get them.
As you're expected to.
Yeah. Thank you. Motion carried. Next item is the audience portion where we ask people to sign in and be recognized by the chair. This evening, we don't have any signees. We certainly encourage you to come in and tell us what's on your mind. You do the talking and we do the listening. Moving on to item 5, no items were removed from the consent agenda. That item is not needed. Item 6, ordinance. I declare a public hearing open for ordinance number 12, an ordinance amending sections 13-1-80 and section 13-1-82 regarding additions on the legal non-conforming structures and lots of the municipal code of the city of Plymouth, Wisconsin. Tonight we have Jack Johnson, our Assistant City Administrator, Community Development Director, to give us a little update on this. Jack.
Yeah, and Mayor, we're having some technical issues, so I'm going to ask Jack to speak, and we'll see if we can hear him. Otherwise, I'll have to walk through the item.
I can't hear you guys, but maybe you can hear me.
Yep.
We gotcha.
Okay. Okay, Tim, I can hear you a little bit, so hopefully it works. Anyway, Mayor, I'm assuming we're on item 6, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, so this is the ordinance regarding the legal non-conforming structure update I gave to Committee of the Whole back in May. At that time, you guys gave positive recommendations to refer to Plan Commission for discussion to basically update the ordinance to allow certain additions to legal non-conforming structures. Right now, the ordinance does not allow that. We workshopped it at Plan Commission over the last 2 months and have an ordinance in front of you tonight for approval that Plan Commission endorsed. We did have minor legal review by the city attorney. Those revisions are included in the packet. So the ordinance in the packet is the final clean version. Happy to answer any questions you have. We kind of have a process in the ordinance that is similar to the site plan review that we have already in Plan Commission, with additional noticing to neighbors, and I believe there's also a Class 2 notice in the newspaper. Happy to answer any questions though.
Thank you very much, Jack. Being a public hearing, the chair will entertain anyone else who wants to make a comment regarding ordinance amending section 13-1-80 and 13-1-82. Hearing none, seeing none, I declare the public hearing closed. Chair will entertain a motion adopting ordinance amending section 13-1-80 and 13-1-82, ordinance number 12.
Here, I'll make a motion to approve the modifications to section 13 as stated.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Any discussion? Clerk will call the roll on the ordinance amendment, please.
Sandy,
Yes.
Pankwitz,
Yes.
Matsdorf,
Yes.
Tauschek,
Yes.
Gilson,
Yes.
Binder,
Yes.
Herman.
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Moving on, the chair hereby removes item number 7 from tonight's agenda. That'll be added at a later date. Moving on to item 8, new business. Item A, announcement of alderman vacancy existing in First District due to the resignation of Alderperson Greg Hildebrand. Applications to be completed and accepted, will be accepted until August 14th. Tim or Anna, do you want to give us a little more information on how interested parties that are in District 1 can do that?
Yeah, I will go through the process. We had a similar process in 2022, and we're going to follow the same process. The city will be accepting applications from individuals interested in filing this vacancy. We will put a notice in the review on August 1st and August 8th. We will accept applications and resumes until August 14th. That's a Thursday. And then applicants will be interviewed by Common Council in open session during the council meeting scheduled for Tuesday, August 26th. And then the selected nominee will be appointed and sworn in at the council meeting on Tuesday, September 9th. This will fill the term, which will expire in April 2026. And then the appointed alderperson may choose to seek election to a full term by circulating nomination papers and participating in the general spring election in 2026.
And Mayor, just one clarification. What we did last time is we did interviews at that first meeting, so Tuesday, August 26th. And then actually a vote was then taken at the September 9th meeting. So there was a 2-week period in between.
So the expectation would be to have somebody on board in September?
September, correct.
Okay. And they can also go to our website and find information for that?
Yes.
Okay.
Question. The word there, applicants. So if there are applicants, what's the process for voting?
So Crystal, do you want to run through that?
Sure. So typically we've had a motion to appoint, and then there's a second and a vote. It hasn't always been unanimous in the past when we're making appointments, but typically that's the process we used is a motion, a second, and then there's a vote on the appointment. So after the conclusion of the interviews, and in this case, we're looking at that 2-week period of time that you'll have to mull it over. And then coming back on the 9th. Sometimes you have people after the interviews who choose to withdraw their application. That could happen too. But otherwise, a simple motion would be sufficient.
So it's not like a secret ballot or anything like that?
There isn't a secret ballot. No.
Any other questions? If we have any, certainly contact the clerk's office, and we certainly appreciate any interested residents in Aldermanic District number 1 to check into that and join the council. Thank you. Moving on to item B, discussion and possible action on extraterritorial certified survey map CSM, parcel number 590162149992 and 590162149991, located on County Road O in the town of Plymouth. Jack, do you want to give us a brief summary on that, please?
Yes, thanks, Mayor. This was before the Planning Commission in July. This is an extraterritorial CSM. We've had these relatively recently in the past, so it's located in the town of Plymouth. Being within the 1.5-mile radius of the city, it's within our extraterritorial review jurisdiction. The CSM before you essentially widens the existing lot for a future driveway for, I believe, a new home. The current issue is there's some wetlands on the southwest part of the property along O, and the current parcel boundaries would prevent a driveway from being installed. So the widening of the parcel would allow a driveway to be installed. This was already approved by the town of Plymouth at their May 13th meeting, I believe, so we're just one of the approving bodies. Staff did recommend approval, and it did get unanimous recommendation for approval at the planning commission meeting.
Thank you. Chair will entertain a motion so we can discuss.
I'll move approval of the extraterritorial CSM as described.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Any discussion? Clerk will call the roll, please.
Gilson,
Yes.
Sandy,
Yes.
Tauschek,
Yes.
Herman,
Yes.
Matsdorf,
Yes.
Binder,
Yes.
Penkwitz.
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Moving on to item C, discussion and possible action on interim market update agreement with Associated Appraisals. Tim, you want to tell us what this is all about?
Sure. So staff is recommending moving forward with a contract with Associated Appraisals to complete what's called an interim market update in 2026. The cost of this is $58,500. Just as an FYI, this would be a 2026 budget item, so we'll be talking about this a little further as part of the budget process. Full property revaluation was conducted last in September of 2022. I'm sure, as you all are aware, the housing market has since seen some significant changes since then. We are currently at about 71% of actual market value to our assessments from 2022. Wisconsin statutes requires that we be within 10% basically every 5 years. So there's sort of a 5-year clock that starts ticking once we drop below 10% of market value, so 90%. That happened the year immediately following our assessment. So the values went up a significant amount over the last several years. So an interim market update is a process where values are basically realigned to that 100% threshold through our appraisers. They don't have to visit every house. They look at permits that have been pulled. They look at data in the area. And an interim market update is not, again, quite as time consuming, and it's not nearly as costly as a full reassessment. And the Department of Revenue does allow an interim market update in certain circumstances, and we're in that period right now. And that's when property records are reliable, revaluation has been completed in the past 5 years, and the assessment level shows an unacceptable degree of variance in some neighborhoods for some reasons. So we meet that threshold. We're not in that threshold that sort of is one step beyond that starts requiring more costly revaluation procedures. It's also particularly important to undergo this project next year because of the creation of several new tax increment districts. We need to make sure that those assessments closely reflect those market values to make sure that we are both, we're properly funding those TID districts with our tax increment, not overfunding or underfunding those new valued districts. So happy to answer any questions that you may have. There's always the questions that come up regarding taxes and assessed value. A market update does not automatically result in tax increase. It has to do with proportionality. If all property increase is proportional and no new taxes are levied, the share of taxes for properties remains the same. So we'll have education materials that go out that, like they do on a yearly reval year, that helps educate folks regarding the revaluation process. We did have a Board of Review meeting. This was a recommendation by our assessor at that time. Again, happy to answer any questions regarding this process.
Thank you, Tim. The chair will entertain a motion so we can discuss.
I'll move to approve the interim market update with Associated Appraisal Consultants.
I'll second that motion.
We have a first and a second. Any discussion? This is complying with state statute,
Yeah,
and it's something that occurs every now and then.
every now and then. It also pushes that full revaluation back at least 5 years.
Yeah. Any other comments?
When they
Alder
do that-
Binder?
Yeah, when they do that, is there a group of people that are going around doing this? Or-
Yeah, a
It's
lot.
big job.
It's a big job. They have a staff. Again, a lot of this is actually going to happen in their office. They're going to be looking at permits. They're going to be looking at sales data. They'll visit some specific sites if needed, particularly new sites perhaps in the TID districts to make sure they're getting the correct values. But a lot of that will happen in the office.
And if they do, they'll have identification. Thank you. Clerk will call the roll on the interim market update agreement with Associated Appraisal.
Penquitz,
Yes.
Binder,
Yes.
Matsdorf,
Yes.
Herman,
Yes.
Gilson,
Yes.
Sandy,
Yes.
Tauschek.
Yes.
Motion carried, thank you. Moving on to item D, appointment. The chair hereby appoints Jeff Versch,
Yep.
that's right, to Park Committee to fill a vacancy until 2030. This requires council confirmation. The chair will entertain a motion to approve the appointment.
Mayor, I would make the motion to approve his appointment to the Park Committee.
I'll second.
We have a first and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Moving on to item E. Mayor hereby appoints, asks council confirmation for Rhonda O'Toole, Ken Paneer, and Carol O'Malley to be appointed to the Redevelopment Authority for 5 years. Chair will entertain a motion.
Mayor, I would make the motion to approve the appointment of those 3 persons you stated to the redevelopment authority for a 5-year term.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
These are reappointments or new?
These are all,
New individuals?
These are reappointments.
Reappointments.
Yeah, these have been there before. Thank you. Any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
second.
We have a